So history can slip through the fingers or deteriorate and crumble. People in Pitt County weren't about to let that happen.
Tonight, we find our Tar Heel traveler in Greenville. Scott Mason visits a pioneer village rescued from time.
Almost 20 buildings, parts of which date to the 1800s, all of which recall the early days of Pitt County.
There's nothing like this.
This is the Eastern Carolina Village and Farm Museum.
One of the unique buildings out here at the village.
A pigeon house.
Our ancestors' diets were so poor
that sometimes the best they had to eat were the pigeons they kept in the pigeon house.
I wonder how pigeon tastes.
I guess all right.
The sawmill.
And the steam engine would turn the wheel.
But don't get too close, or else.
It would suck you into the belt and it would cut you in half.
The buildings span 100 years, from 1840 to 1940.
Can you imagine 8 or 10 people living here?
In a tiny cabin.
And it was built in 1909, so this is a real cabin. And this is the way it was.
They were interested in preserving history.
Her father, Mr. Eagles, was. And this man, Mr. Turnage.
And they literally put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
They collected old barns and buildings across Pitt County.
They numbered every timber.
They dismantled almost every building, moved them to the fairgrounds, and rebuilt them.
Not a penny crossed their palms.
Except in time, folks with the fairgrounds said, you'll have to move these buildings again. We need the space.
You didn't know what was going to happen to the building.
We did not know what was going to happen.
So how much money did you have to raise?
$250,000.
And you raised it?
And we raised it.
And in 2009, they moved it.
That must have been amazing watching them roll down the road.
Oh my gosh, it was fantastic. I mean, we just could not believe it.
They also couldn't believe the county donated this location to them.
How would you like this property? We said, what?
The village had been saved.
This is one of our prized buildings.
A general store.
Everything's ancient inside, just the way it was. And it's a lovely, lovely building.
The reconstructed chapel with original 200-year-old pews.
Just amazing. This place, even though it's reconstructed, is full of history.
We want to preserve something from our past.
They're buildings, but they're more than buildings.
More than buildings. They had a heart. They are the remnants of our ancestors.
The Eastern Carolina Village and Farm Museum is on County Home Road in Greenville, open by appointment for tours. It also hosts various events. This Saturday and next Saturday, for example, it's Ghost Walk Tour. And on November 4th, the village holds its fall market full of vendors and fun.